Hi guys, welcome to my mindful breathing exercise screencast today. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what I learned about mindfulness and meditation over the last week, and I thought that this might be a good way to help prepare for the AP exam just by relaxing and making sure that we're putting ourselves in a nice, calm, positive mindset before we take that test. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit first about what mindfulness is. I know many of you might even already practice mindfulness and meditation, but for those of you that don't, mindfulness really has to do with being present or aware in this moment. Really has to do with our conscious awareness of our mind and body. Recognizing that being mindful means being present in the moment, not necessarily dwelling on things that have happened in the past or perseverating about things that might happen in the future, which is really hard to do. Being mindful doesn't mean having a blank mind. It just means recognizing and acknowledging thoughts, emotions, and actions that come our way, but being able to focus really on the here and now, one moment at a time. One type of strategy related to mindfulness is mindful breathing exercises. And I know for those of you that have had me in the past or even this year, we've done a few of these, but I learned some more that I wanted to share with you today. I will share with you all of my notes on these mindfulness exercises as well, so you don't have to keep watching the video. But I just wanted us to kind of practice some of them together. So the first mindful breathing exercise is a 4-8 breathing. Really, this type of exercise forces us or encourages us to inhale very slowly for 4 seconds and then exhale much more largely for 8 seconds. Most of the time when we do these mindful breathing exercises, I invite students to close their eyes. Given that you guys are probably doing this at home, it might be a good idea to put yourself into that state. So before we start this particular exercise, I am going to play a little background music just to put us in the mood. And I'm going to invite you to sit in a comfortable position, really with your feet planted firmly on the ground if you can. Really just making sure that none of your limbs, none of your body parts are stressed or tense in any way, just letting everything kind of hang down loosely to the floor. And I am going to invite you to close your eyes and just kind of acknowledge how you feel in this moment. Acknowledge your thoughts, acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge any behaviors that you might feel like your body is possessing without maybe even you realizing it. And we'll practice this 4-8 breathing. So again, we're going to inhale for 4 seconds and then exhale for 8 on my count. So we'll inhale on 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The whole purpose of the 4-8 breathing technique is to really slow down our breathing. We recognize, and we talked about this in psychology class, when our sympathetic nervous system is activated, many of the times our heart rate is accelerated, we start to sweat, and really what we're trying to do with this particular exercise is slow all of that down. And if you focus on this type of breathing properly, you can truly do so. The next 2 exercises that I wanted to explain to you are square breathing and infinity breathing, which are very similar. Really, this has to do with actually physically drawing out the symbol, whether it be the square or the infinity sign, as a way to control your breathing. You can draw this symbol in the air. You can also draw the symbol maybe just on your lap. But the idea is that we inhale really with one part of the symbol, pause with another part of the symbol, exhale with the other part of the symbol, and pause with the last part of the symbol. And with the infinity sign, some people tend to like this motion better because it's continuous. But you're focusing your attention and your energy not only on your breathing, but also on really drawing that particular symbol. So some people like this type of breathing exercise as well because it's a little bit more tactile, it's a little bit more hands-on than just sitting and breathing and thinking to yourself quietly. So we'll use the infinity breathing as our example for this. So the idea would be that you would inhale as you draw part of the infinity sign. Maybe you pause, exhale as you draw the other part of the sign. What's really cool about the infinity sign is that you can go in so many different directions. You could also do this with your right or your left hand, depending on which hand is dominant or non-dominant. You might want to change it up. It kind of forces our hemispheres to work together a little bit more, and really activates both sides of our brain rather than just our predominant side. We also have diaphragmic breathing, which I'm sure many of you have heard of before. This is a very common type of breathing in counseling and therapeutic techniques. I think this is probably one of the most challenging types of breathing exercises because it's kind of unnatural compared to the type of breathing that you do on a normal basis. Really what we're doing with diaphragmic breathing is as we're inhaling, we're actually going to push out our stomach as opposed to sucking it all in. And then as we exhale, we kind of let everything hang loose again. So again, as you inhale, I want you to really focus on pushing out your stomach. And then as you exhale, really just everything go back to that relaxing normal state. Another type of breathing that I really liked was lever breathing. Really, you're going to make a lever with your hand or your finger, and your lever can be in front of you like so, or it can be on your lap a little bit more secretively. And really the idea here is that you're going to inhale as you press the lever up and exhale all the negative thoughts, energy as you press the lever down. So we'll do this one together. Inhale, raise your lever up. And exhale, pushing the negative thoughts and energy back down. One more time, inhale up. And exhale down. And some people like this exercise because it really feels like they're pushing that negative thought or that negative energy away from them. So if that does help, use it in your toolbox. Finger breathing or drawing your breath, it can also be another tactile way to really calm the mind, calm the body. Finger breathing, really, we're going to trace our fingers. So as you inhale, you might go up your thumb and then back down as you exhale. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up and down. Again, that tactile sensation is really attractive to some people, so definitely incorporate that into your practice if you wish. Drawing your breathing allows for those of you to be a little bit more creative and doodle or actually try to imagine drawing your breath. Sometimes I think it's fun to do this actually with your eyes closed, and then just kind of seeing what happens on the paper thereafter. And one of my favorite exercises, which I can tell you from a personal experience I use very often, is heart and belly breathing. Typically, you place one of your hands directly on your heart and the other hand directly on your stomach or your belly. And the idea here being, as you close your eyes and you start to deepen your breath each and every time, you push really both hands outwards. So as we inhale, we tend to kind of fill our lungs, so we push really the hand that's towards our heart out. And as we exhale, we push really the hand that's on our bellies out. And you kind of feel that breath shift from up and down or back and forth, which is a really nice sensation. I actually did this as I was waiting for my interview with Mr. Stern at Livingston High School. So it was a way that I could kind of quietly to myself, calm myself down, hopefully activate my parasympathetic nervous system, my rest and digest response, because my heart was racing really quickly and I was definitely nervous. So really to conclude for today, I just wanted to give you guys a couple of these strategies just as a way to help relax your nerves and calm you down on our route to the AP exam. I hope that you maybe use some of these breathing exercises and techniques really moving forward as well, even beyond the AP exam. From personal experience or using mindfulness and meditation, I do think that it does help alleviate a lot of the stress and negative emotions that we experience on a regular basis. And it's something that really isn't all that time consuming. So we'll end today with a little class mindfulness together. And just because I think it's probably the easiest for me to lead with you, I will lead you through the 4-8 breathing. So with that being said, I invite you all to close your eyes. And we'll inhale on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale on the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to give you guys a couple of opportunities to do that on your own before we close out for today. And as you are working through those breathing exercises, use this as an opportunity to really fight any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions that come your way as you're focused on this exercise. This is your time, this is your space, this is your opportunity to be calm, to be serene, to be at peace. Acknowledge those thoughts and feelings, but gently push them from your mind. And recognize that those feelings and thoughts will return whenever you need to look at them again. This is your time, this is your space, this is your chance to be at peace. I invite all of you to continue to practice some of these mindful breathing and meditation exercises. Namaste.